I'm at the gym. Last night I went to bed at like 5 a.m. Was on a phone call for over 4 hours. It didn't even feel like 4 minutes. How do I go from such a high to such a low of today where I can't get out of my own head? Why the fuck do I sit here feeling sorry for myself? It's been 2 weeks since I posted a video. I'm standing in the gym right now, so stuck inside my own head. I can't get out of my own way. I'm too hellbent on propelling myself forward that I can't even move anywhere. I shut down. My friend just texted me. I haven't even opened it, but I can tell what she said is right. The first sentence states, and I quote, "The pressure you put on yourself is good, but the expectations of your success are too high. Everyone around me is telling me how much they believe in me. I have to make sure I prove them right. I don't even know. I need to get back to my workout." I answered her. She said how I should set up small goals for myself. I've never been able to think small. 23 years of my life, I can always see the end picture, but I never know how to get there. I seem to be so stuck on wanting to look forward to the future, but also finding myself so scared in the present that I stop myself from getting there. Small goals lead to big dreams. I've said that to myself many times, yet I can't even follow my own advice. How ironic. Think I'm gonna have a drink and sit with my pops. I need a good cry. That's not what happened. The crying happened, but I talked to somebody else. Why the thought of people being sad if I were to be gone scarier than the thought of wanting to be gone? Imagine meeting someone that truly smashes your whole world upside down. Each day you try and talk to them more and more. You want to know everything about them. You ever make a mistake and every time you try and talk, your throat feels clamped as if you want to open your mouth and nothing would come out? You know you should say something, but you just can't. You've made too big of a mistake, and sorry isn't enough. Then poof, gone. I don't think I'm set to be in front of people. My chest physically hurts. I just woke up at 12:46. Tonight was not my night. Not only do I regret this entire night, but I woke up to a comment on my video that I was super excited to put out, saying that they couldn't even hear my voice. I guess that's what happens when someone who hates their own voice does commentary videos. I didn't even know I uploaded a video with no voiceover. I had it muted in Sony Movie Studio when I exported it, muting all the audio. Go me. A few days have gone by since I've really streamed like I used to back in the day. Hours upon hours of just gaming in the zone. I finally hit GC again in Rocket League, primarily if not entirely solo queue. That is something I'm pretty proud of. Still a shitty keyboard and mouse player though. Regardless, I want to talk about the numbers side of things in terms of today's stream. It felt amazing. Not only did so many of the flavors of the Sauce Rack stop by to say what's up, but many stuck around. We hit double-digit viewers and nearly hit a double-digit average watch time. To me, that is actually insane. Doing this generically from the ground up. Generically, I meant genuinely. I am not riding anyone's coattails or leeching off anyone. The only thing I'm leeching off of is everyone's energy, the people who surround me. You guys make all of this possible. I still don't even comprehend how more than one person watches me play video games. This is so hypocritical of me though, considering that's all I do. I'm either watching videos or YouTube or watching live on Twitch. The reason I'm making a point of all this is the fact that this journey is going to be a roller coaster of ups and downs, but I need to remind myself why I did it in the first place. As much as I love thanking you guys for the numbers and watching the Sauce Rack grow, I do this because it makes me happy. It's what I truly enjoy doing. Things are different when you have people rooting for you, man. I feel like I have found who I am and I'm pushing towards becoming that man, the person that I want to be. Along the way, I want to help others chase their dreams. You ever mesh with somebody so well to the point that it's scary? Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm a nerd for this girl, man. I wonder if I was ever a teacher's favorite student. I bet money that I was a few most hated. I wish I could go back and apologize to them. I feel as though my hatred of school often was reflected on some of my teachers. My grades always seemed to reflect whether or not I liked that teacher, because I was more inclined to asking questions and trying to understand the material when I knew the teacher didn't just view me as another number in the school system. Are pen pals, like, still a thing? Just watched the first few episodes of Bly Manor. I think I'll be hooked for a bit. I still need to watch The Queen's Gambit. It's 2:15 a.m. I just needed to shower. The weight on my shoulders feels drastic. Mind racing about things I can't even change anymore. Friends that I grew up with. We used to sleep over each other's house day after day, sometimes weeks going back and forth within one another's house. I considered him a brother growing up. Yet, since high school, we split up. Yet, I still consider him a brother. Random shit such as that, like what could I have done differently? Either way, I loved the first season. 22. Why is 22 my favorite number? Simply because my birthday is January 22nd? That's too easy, isn't it? I often say I looked up to my brother, whose number was 11. Growing up, I chose number 11 as well. That was until I switched to 22. I don't remember why or when it happened, but it happened. I never been one of religion, but funnily enough, in episode 2 of The Haunting of Bly Manor, the young boy is told to look into a Bible verse after he's lost his parents. John 16:22. Now, did this verse resonate with me, but simply because I've too lost my father? My favorite number as well, 22. All too coincidental, is it not? Am I connecting the lines for something that is all based off of chance? You know those tests where there's 2 columns and you have to match the words? It seems sometimes like they all seem to connect with one another. This feels like one of those. I didn't jump, I fell. Sometimes it's nice to be told that you're doing great, that what you're doing and attempting to do is going to pay off. I don't think I can go by a sleep schedule. I think it's just a sleep loop or a sleep cycle. Can somebody be mentally dead but still physically here? Is there a difference? Some say yes, but the answer could be no. How can you consider it living if you no longer question the world around you? There's something about making a place that people come back to. I think my concept of time is so bizarre. At times I feel as though I lose track of the days, the time, etc. I struggle to manage to recognize how much is passing. It's been a while since I've uploaded, and honestly I'm not afraid to say any longer that it's because I really care about somebody. So much so that I want so badly to share it with the world that I can't. And this is my outlet, so I'm going to do so. So yeah. Before taking the plunge and recording the commentary for a video, I'm going to just title the beginning. I had to stop and just listen to the music. My heart started racing as I sat alone on the outside, yet on the inside I felt so warm and full of love. My friends around me, I smiled and got lost in watching Frozone, a streamer I currently look up to. As being a part of his quickly accepting community and feeling connectivity, one of the very first streamers that captivated what I viewed as someone I look up to. Best Part by Daniel Caesar. See, the brain has a funny way of connecting music with people. It's why I connected Link to my dad the first time around with my brain stops working as I have to switch playlists to my dad's. I've locked away the memories so badly and forgotten the song. I began to cry. I switched playlists and smile. Call Me the Breeze, Eric Clapton. I'm terrified to send it to you, but I want to share it. See, to share your past with someone is a choice. Awfully a scary one for me. It's an invitation to judgment. I miss my dad. All day I wanted to visit my dad's grave so badly, but I couldn't because I knew I would cry. I don't want to cry when I'm there because I want to be having a good time with my dad, and crying was admitting that he was gone. I just zoned out so bad, lost in trying to think of the memories without forgetting. I come back to and focus on my breathing. See if you can spot this one. I rewind it to listen again, yet so lost in bopping your head to the music. I'm trying to not revisit the exact reason I started this, which was the song I listened to during Link, and it's the song that came on when I last saw my dad's body laying cold, arms interlocked with my family. My eyes blur as I'm typing. I have to take a second and acknowledge that I'm crying. I take the headset off my head. Opening up like this is so terrifying. I calm down as I text the smiley face. My breathing, I take a deep breath. I always misspell these. Okay, I was shuffling and the song just came on. Ring of Fire. I pause it. I want to play it. I'm afraid. See, in the silence of music in the world around me, I felt like I could no longer concentrate. Burns, 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 the Ring of Fire. I couldn't type the first time my phone was struggling to keep up. I'm going to rewind it to remember before sending it. Okay, after that last cry session, back on focusing on music and task at hand. On the road again, Willie Nelson. Too cheesy. I'm going to share the parts of it all one day with those I love because I will love those that understand. Oh shit, I gotta tell you why Ring of Fire meant so much to me. Let me rewind and go back. This is me opening my playlist with the world, the songs that I'm terrified to remember. I wanted to end this one here, but fuck it, one last question. Do you think movie stars suffer from multi-personality disorder? Like, I feel like being an actor could be seen difficult beyond face value. Having to interact with people, acting out scenes, having to constantly put 100% into a scene would be exhausting. Because to act out and capture moments while not truly being in them seems like a strenuous task. I'm Jake, I'm 23. Do you want 12 inches of dick tonight? Because I'm trying to have sex 4 times. I'm just kidding. It's from a Sideman video when they're doing one-liners on girls. I don't think my Twitch content is worth it at all. It's just me playing video games with my buddies for some. For others, it's a key into who I am. You just have to be willing to see the keys. But I'm slowly beginning to like my YouTube content. It's really helping my daily life. Due to the fact I'm trying so hard to live in the moment that I sometimes have a shite memory. I say shite because it's funny. I should sleep. It's 5:20 a.m. I just checked an email, so I put it off. An email about a trip I can only compare as similar as to Link. It inherently makes me nervous because I know I have a story to talk about, but I hate so much to talk about myself. But I have to be strong, because my story might inspire others to tell theirs. These aren't my original ideas or anything like that. These just seem to be how I'm connecting the dots of my life, and that's how it's making sense to me. I'm just a college dropout kid who lives at home still with his dog, of which he wasn't even supposed to have in the first place, but now is the closest to. I'm downplaying myself because self-deprecation humor is funny to me, and talking about myself is just too daunting to me. People can't seriously be that interested in me. I'm nervous to go on this trip because there's so many avenues to could steer the conversation, all of which open to judgment. I could do what I just did, like make a joke about the fact I'm a college dropout without explaining how I feel, as though the school system completely screwed me. Or I can explain how the loss of my dad plays a factor in it. I can say the word loss, and some might be curious as to how, and to relieve that curiosity, I'd have to tell them. But this is just me living in the past. Why couldn't I talk about how right now I'm just able to say that I'm a content creator, but it just doesn't seem right? What do I talk about? How in the present I'm making YouTube videos and I'm currently doing my best to make my dream a reality? Or do I talk about the past and let people have an understanding of who I am on a more intimate level? See, I would have to make others uncomfortable, and by others I mean myself, talking about the darkness inside my mind. Well, fuck, I guess that's what I'm doing right now. Monkey see, monkey do. Imitation is the world's greatest form of flattery.